Alright, I'm going to do a short little video today. I'm in the shop working on axes and no tree work today, so I'm going to put up an axe video. So I got this, this is a Canadian True Temper Kelly Tasmanian pattern. Pretty sure this is a 30C handle. This is a Whiskey River that you can order from Whiskey River. Really nice handles, nice curve for splitting axes. But I hung this axe a while ago and I was digging through stuff yesterday and I seen it, and I'm gonna rehang it because if you can see, I like it to be proud up here, you know, like I like a bunch of handles sticking out that mushrooms over the head, and we got a bunch of room to work with right here. So I'm gonna rehang this axe, and the trick is gonna be to get the wedge out and get the handle off without damaging the inside of the eye on the handle too bad. So I'm gonna be real careful with that. I'm probably gonna take a small drill bit and drill that wedge out, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I got a bunch of holes drilled. I don't know if you can see that. But I'm just gonna try tapping on it and see what happens. Yeah, this thing's coming off easy. This thing's coming off real easy, which tells me it probably wasn't hung that great. Almost got it. All right, handles off. That was really easy. And now that I'm looking at this was a horrible hang job. I don't know if you can see that, but there's like an inch of gap in the wedge where the wedge only went to right here. My kerf was all the way down here, so I don't know what was going on, if I got lazy or I did this one a long time ago. I don't know, but anyway, we're gonna fix it. So the next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go over to the bandsaw and I'm gonna run the kerf in the bandsaw to get this wedge out. Clean up. Basically what I'm going after is I'm getting the kerf all cleaned out, ready to rehang. couple things I did right there. I ran this through the bandsaw and got that wedge out, and ended up making the kerf really fat, so we'll have to use a pretty fat wedge. And another thing is, like, I made a flat spot on the bottom of the palm swell because when I hung this last time, it cracked, like I was hitting on the tip, and it started chipping a piece off of there. And I'm gonna have to hit on that again, so I just created a flat spot to hit on it. It changes the look a little bit, but I'm gonna round that off with a sander and make it look all nice. So that's what it's looking like now. You can see I got a flat spot to hammer on now. So yeah, next thing is there's a little bit of glue right here and stuff. I'm gonna get that off. Now we're just going to put this thing back on and see if we can get it to seat down on there farther. Probably going to have to do some sanding down here. See, we already got progress. We're already up, you know, 1/4 inch or so. But I'm gonna shoot for, I want it like right there. So I want like another 1/2 inch I'm going for. You can see where it's touching. So we were at a 1/4 inch. Let's see what we got now. We had a 1/4 inch hanging over. So we gained about 1/8. Each time, depending on the axe, you gain a little bit each time. We'll try to get a little more. See, yeah. I think I'm gonna do that one more time. Looking at, you know, good 1/2 inch. I'm gonna go down until I get contact all the way around. I think we're almost there. Pretty close. I'm gonna go one more time, and then so here's the line. where it's down to right now. So if I go one more time, it's gonna end up down here. I'm looking at how far my kerf is. And if I end up seating the head right there, I'm gonna want my kerf down to like right there. So I'll have to cut my kerf a little bit deeper. I'll figure that out after I get it fitted for the final time. I'm gonna call that good. There's a couple gaps right there, but that's because on the inside of the eye it's like kind of worn down right there on both sides, so that's why we're not getting contact right there. All right, so now that I know that's my final destination, I'm gonna sand one more time, and I'll probably get a little bit more out of it. So I'm gonna line it up right now. I'm gonna do like another 1/8 of an inch down from that line. And our kerf is only like halfway. So I'm gonna come in probably another, 5/8 of an inch or so. Down here now, and I didn't waller it out down here like I did up here. It's narrower, it tapers. So I'm gonna sand right here, right below the line a little bit. I used the palm sander that time because I'm taking wood away, and I wanted to smooth that out because I'm gonna see how it's a different color, because this has oil on it from before, and then we took that off, so it's lighter there. So I wanted to use the palm sander that time because this will be I wanted to finish the wood. I didn't want the grind marks in it. So we took wood away and we made it look nice, so when we seat the head on, we can just rub some oil back over the top of that. So yeah, I think we're ready to put this thing on for the final time. That's it. That's where the line was the first time it was hung. So we got it down over a 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna call that good. Now I'm gonna fill the wedge with glue. And then I'll probably turn the camera off while I make a wedge for it. Okay, I got a wedge made. Went with white oak. And here we go. I usually start just with a couple taps to get it started. Make sure the head hasn't moved at all. And it did move a tiny bit, so I'm going to tap one more time. So we got it seated all the way down. We got the wedge started in. And then I'm going to set this on the ground and I'm going to hit the bottom of the handle. And that's how I get the wedge started. I like doing it that way because you're hitting on the bottom of the handle, so it's seating the head on and driving the wedge in at the same time. And I got a little bit of curl on the wedge, so I'm going to shave that off. And then basically at this point I just start hitting it like this. We're getting progress. I split that wedge a little bit, but that's a bummer. And I'm also checking to make sure the head hasn't moved at all. I might redo that wedge if I can get it out. I don't think it's coming out. See, I chipped it. So I'm going to cut with the bandsaw. I'm going to cut right here and try to get like a nice flush top again. So I trimmed a little off, tried to make it nice again. So at this point I'm only going for a little bit more. If I get another 1/4 inch, I'm happy. But I'm going to put it on the ground again because this wedge is kind of compromised. So I'm going to want it sitting on the ground so it's hitting the whole thing at once. I feel like if I hit this with the sledge again, it's more chance of this chipping off. So let's see if we can get a little bit more. I can tell I got a little more because there's curling right here. Alright, we're going for it. I'm just going to do little taps. I don't want to do big ones because I'm afraid of this chipping out again. We're getting progress like that. You see it cracked down the middle like I like. And because of that I can hit on the front and then hit on the back, and you can hear it. You can hear it going in there, and I got curl, so I know it's going in. I like to shave that off because it helps it go in more. This will probably be it right here. See that? I hit the front one, then the back one. Got all kinds of progress out of that. That chip that was right there just smashed together. So I'm going to go all the way down till I bottom out. And then if you bottom out and you start hitting this thing, you got to start checking. You got to start checking right here, make sure the head hasn't moved, because if you're just hammering on that, you're hammering the handle back out. Like, you don't want to hit this at all. And I got the wedge all the way down to that. I got a little more back here I can get away with. That's about it. Now I'm going to trim that off, but the whole reason I did this is, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm way proud, and it flares it out. So the wood is fatter than the eye of the head on the top, so it makes for a tighter fit, and like this head isn't going past that wood that's fatter, you know? All right, now we're gonna touch this up a little bit. Done. This needs a little bit of oil. White oak and hickory looks pretty good together. I'm just going to run a bunch of oil in here. Get it in all the cracks. But yeah, that's way better than it was. Way happier with that. Yeah, I pulled this axe out the other day and I was like, man, that don't look right. I'm gonna do it over. Well, there it is. I'm gonna let it sit in front of the fan. Let this oil dry. Look at the profile on that thing. The Canadian Tasmanians, the Kellys, are really fat. There's Australian ones, and there's ones made out of England, but the Canadian ones are always fatter. So that's it. Right on, guys. Thanks for watching.